In today's digital world, we hear a lot about online education. What, according to you, is online education?
We build technology platforms consist of educational ERP, learning management system, remote proctored examination system. Why UGC, Government of India, Ministry of Education all talks about online education and promoting. One is gross enrollment ratio. Another aspect is skill enhancement.
Are online education degrees and the regular degrees are equivalent?
There is no difference between the degree awarded in the online education institutions and by the traditional and face-to-face educations.
Welcome to our podcast today, Speaking Education Online, with Dr. Manoranjan Pon Ram, Directorate of Online Education, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Tamil Nadu, India. He is having over 30 years of experience in technology-based learning and AI-driven learning. Welcome you, sir, in our show. It's a great pleasure to talk with you regarding the educational sector.
Right. It's great to be introduced to the audience over here. It's great that is having an exposure into the online education. I would be very happy to speak with you about the online education and its future, especially Indian context.
To start with, let me ask a basic fundamental question. What is education according to you?
Yes. So the basic term which we should be clear of. Education is a process. Education is an art of creating an environment where the teaching learning process happens, guided by defined inputs and measurable learning outcomes, which involves the creation of techno-academia infra for an education process to get fulfilled.
That is truly insightful, sir. In today's digital world, we hear a lot about online education. What, according to you, is online education?
Okay. So, we have seen education and process and the environment creation. When we talk about online education, the same environment created using technology. So, we build technology platforms consist of educational ERP, learning management system, remote proctored examination system, and a system to monitor and support students. So, that tech stack built for the education and the teaching learning process, we call it as an online education. So, in the online education and the face-to-face education, we differ in certain two basic aspects, that is the time and space. So, when I talk about the time, it is live or recorded. When I talk about space, it is synchronous or asynchronous. So, how we differentiate both? So, when we watch a football match being present in the stadium, we will be having a lot of emotional charge to know the end result. So, here, the face-to-face education and the online education, when we compare, the online education mainly dominated by recorded versions, supported by the live session, mostly happened in the asynchronous mode, supported by synchronous mode training. So, the emotional charge would be lacking in the online education, which is fulfilled or which is bridged by the emotional interest of the students in the online education. So, the online education is self-learning mode using the techno stack and the technology infrastructure for enabling the teaching learning process.
It's great to know about the time and space in online education, sir. Thank you for that. Now, moving ahead, we have seen that Government of India and UGC promoting online education a lot. Why do you think they are promoting this mode of education nowadays?
Right. It's a great question. Why UGC, Government of India, Ministry of Education all talks about online education and promoting across India at par with the international standard? It's a great and very interesting questions which we would like to know the background. There are two aspects into it. One is gross enrollment ratio. Another aspect is skill enhancement among the Indian learners and the Indian youth. What is this gross enrollment ratio? Gross enrollment ratio is number of learners enrolled into higher education among the eligible learners in the age group of 18 to 23. So the gross enrollment ratio, we are in 32.5 as of now in India, and government is having an ambition to reach to 50% by 2035. So this is one background behind promoting online education. Another aspect is skill education. So Indian government is promoting skill education a lot, and they want to streamline and regularize the education also. Those who are in skill sector not having a formal education, we want to bring into the higher education system and promote their skill. So the various certificate programs and the degree programs have been inbuilt into a skill development mode into the system. So the government of India is very clear to have the gross enrollment ratio of 50 by 2035 by promoting the higher education along with the skill component, because so that the employability of the qualified youth would be on the higher percentage.
Now, a common question many people have, are online education degrees and the regular degrees are equivalent in terms of value and recognition?
So everyone among the learners who are enrolling into online education would be interested to know about this. The University Grant Commission, the UGC regulation for ODL and online learning 2020 September has notified very clearly about the equivalency of the regular education with online education. There is no difference between the degree awarded in the online education institutions and by the traditional and face-to-face educations. Both are same. How? Same curriculum, same teaching learning, same credit system, and the same assessment pattern, which is part of the regulation to be followed for online education. So, the online education system follows the same structure of the regular education, and it measures the same learning outcome. So, why there is a requirement of to be differentiated among both? Both are same. And one more very interesting aspect is, because the online education, which creates a convenience, which enables the UGC to announce that more than one degree can be pursued parallelly. So, if you are doing a regular degree program in the face-to-face education mode, you can do one online degree program or online diploma program or online certificate program in the online mode also, which will enhance your overall employability as well as the skill among the youth. And those who are fast learners have the provision to do more credit in the given period of time.
And just to clarify further, all the programs what is offered in the regular mode can also be offered or delivered in the online mode. Is there any limitations?
Not like that. We cannot offer all programs in the regular mode in the online mode. There are certain limitations are there. Being online education, we cannot do a physical laboratory. For that, it should be in the blended mode. So UGC has made certain categories which cannot be offered in the online mode. For example, engineering, medical, hotel management, tourism. So these things are not permitted in the online mode. The criteria is where there is a physical laboratory or a physical work is required, which cannot be offered in the online. The computer science, artificial intelligence, these programs are permitted to be offered in the online because you are having the virtual and a laptop. You can be able to simulate the various problems and solution for that using programming languages. So the computer science based programs are very much offered and approved by UGC to be offered online. But certain things like mechanical engineering or civil engineering or the engineering core aspects cannot be offered. Hotel management cannot be offered. As a learner, those who are interested to enroll into the online education should be clear about this.
We often hear two terms, eligible and entitled, regarding the higher educational institutions, regarding the UGC regulations also. Can you please explain what these two terms actually mean?
Right. It's a great question, which every institution, those who are going to offer the online education, they should know. And as learners who are going to enroll into the system should also know about the difference between both. Let me start with the entitled one. Entitled HEI, higher education institution, what quality they are supposed to have or what criteria they have to fulfill before achieving this category. Under entitled HEI, the institutions can be able to offer the programs in the online mode without any prior approval from UGC. On what basis? They should have the NAAC score of 3.26 or above, or in the National Institution Ranking Framework, they should be in the top 100 under the university category, at least in 2 preceding cycle out of 3 cycle taken into consideration. In case of eligible institution, they are supposed to have a NAAC score of 3.01 or more than that, lesser than the 3.26. They fall under the category of eligible institution. Or in the NIRF rank, they are supposed to have within the 100 rank under the university category in the preceding at least in 1 cycle out of the 2 cycle taken into consideration. So those eligible institutions, they have to undergo the approval process by way of submitting application and the peer team visit and analysis, and based on that UGC provide the approval for them. So those who are entitled and those who are eligible, which shows their delivery, quality delivery in the regular education. So those who are having a higher quality of delivery in the regular education are permitted to offer without any prior approval.
And finally, a practical consideration. Can students join in the online programs from anywhere, or is there any location limitations for online programs to avail?
Right. So it is an interesting question. There is no geographic limitation for online education. Unlike distance education, which is limited geographically as per UGC. For online education and those who are under the category of entitlement, those who are in the category A institutions, are open to offer the program across the world. This is what you can say is a reward to those institutions who are performing better to provide education across, thereby improving their overall quality benchmark. So the online education don't have any geographic limitation, and it's having the provision to reach unreached. So we, as a part of this online education system, we are very proud to offer our programs across the world, thereby benchmarking our education quality to the international education market.
Thank you, sir, joining us today. Your views are really insightful for today's learner. We will be having more sessions on this podcast, Learning Education Online, with sir in coming days. Thank you so much.
Thanks all.